Hello and welcome back to Locator Gaming. I'm Zach. I'm continuing on with my Kinfire Chronicles playthrough. I'm actually recording this one nearly back to back with the previous one because I just wanted to keep playing. It wasn't very long, so just going to keep going. We had to read the town exploration rulebook, which seemed pretty straightforward. We were rewarded with 3 city actions at the end of the last quest number 2, and one of the last one has to be resting at the inn. So we will go to, where's the inn? We will go to the inn last. We also met with, oh geez, it was a dwarf, I think. Wanted us to meet him at the alchemist lab, so we're going to go up there first. And so the way this town exploration thing works is we're supposed to look for, is it on the back here? Yes, so Vena, that's space 3. So we're looking for V3. Vena 3. Approaching the burnt out husk of the alchemy lab, you see the dwarven scholar you met earlier pacing back and forth with nervous energy. He gives you his name, Hoyt Belgar, and thanks you repeatedly. I would say fate delivered you to me if I believed in such things. You see, I'm in need of skills such as yours. He turns to look at the charred ruins. I would like you to investigate the crimes committed here. Arson, murder, theft. This is, or was, my friend Mika's workshop. He perished along with it. If you can make time for such a thing, come talk to me and I'll share what I've learned so far. You gain prompt Q16. Remove this card from Vena. Okay, was it Q16? So now I got to keep track of a separate deck. So, maybe I'll put them after the other spacer. I guess. What was it? 1-6. So not 1-7. Prompt Q16. Ashen Bramble. Hoyt Belgar, a dwarven scholar in Vena, has asked for your help. A friend and colleague of his was recently robbed and murdered. Perhaps you could track down whoever did this. When you embark on this quest, open quest 16. Okay, so this gets added to our available prompts. We have 3 and 16 that we could go on. I wonder if they all have like those, like you're looking through the jaw of something, like teeth. Why did I struggle to say the word teeth? I swear. Sometimes. Okay, so, and I'm pretty sure our city action was over. Yes, so we have one more free action, basically. And I'm definitely going to want to go to the store, which is 2. V2. The shopkeeper, a tall, thin elf, greets you cheerfully as you enter. I've heard tell of the Seekers, but I have never met any before. She watches you intensely as you browse the shelves stocked with fencing, chicken feed, and sacks of rodent repellent. I cater mostly to the farmers around here, she says. But my husband Jed is a blacksmith. He might have some items that interest you. Morella leads you to the forge out back, where you find a human man with white hair and ropey muscles. She signs to him in a few quick gestures, and he nods to you before uncovering a table to show you his wares. You may shop at Morella's Goods. Add it to the Vena market if you haven't already. See shopping in the town exploration rulebook for further information. Your city action is over. Are we supposed to keep a market? I don't remember reading that. Did I read this too fast? When you visit, this card will instruct you to add a shop to the market the first time you visit it. If you then look at the city's deck of cards. Okay. So I guess this just means that Do we have access to it? When you visit a shop as a city action, you may purchase some or all of the shop's inventory before your city action ends. So it must be in here. Luca's Tea Wagon, no. Venna Morella's Goods. What did this say? Just your city action is over. Jed's work isn't fancy, but it's reliable. I promise you will never find better weapons to serve you. These items are for sale here. Defending Blade, Heavy Staff, Loyal Arrow. Once purchased, add the cards to any boost to the Seeker's unused card pool, or swap them into a Seeker's deck using the normal deck building rules. Once purchased, add the card or cards and any boost to the Seeker's unused card pool. Okay, I saw some cards in here that were like they had the card back. Here we go. And this shop seems like it's just available, so I guess it's not out of the Venna deck. We can still go there. I don't know why we would, because we're buying basically everything for 9 coins. And we get to swap into the, well, we're going to the inn anyways though, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Did I hear a 9er in there? The rulebook said something about selling trophies, but I don't see, it called them like a certain type of place where you could sell trophies, but I don't see a place in this town that has that name. Okay, so Defending Blade. I don't know if this was smart, but it's new stuff. This looks like it was made for core. So we're gonna probably want to swap this into core's deck. It's going to core either way. Blue. Got a heavy staff. It's just a 3 damage and a stun, which is good, and a card boost. It's blue, so this will probably go to Fen. I might want to look through their decks just to make sure, because I mean they don't all have to go to 1. And this is an arrow, so after attacking, you may discard any other cards to return this card to your hand. Oh, this is sweet. This is definitely going into Valora's deck. So you know what? I'm going to throw in a cut real quick. I'm going to look through their decks and see... Oh, wait a minute. Something that I did not consider. They all have a Kinfire requirement. So she's going to get these cards into her unused cards, but she can't put them in her deck yet because she doesn't have Kinfire. So they're going to Valora's unused cards. These two both have 1 Kinfire, so these will be... I mean, I'm assuming they don't already have a Kinfire card in their deck. He does not. Nope. Okay, so now I will throw in a cut, look through their decks and see what I want to swap out and if this is where they're going to end up. Okay, so that actually presents some pretty interesting choices. It was actually pretty difficult. So I am putting in the Defending Blade into Core's deck, and I'm taking out this red Crush card, which makes me sad that I'm losing this white damage boost, but the other stuff was just too good. And this is not a core specific card, so I think I'm just going to keep it in an unused card pile. because you can trade cards. I don't even actually think Fenn needs to hold on to this one. Let me know if that's wrong. So I'm just going to add this Black Powder Bomb card to our general unused card deck, because when you're at an inn, you can swap. It says you can trade cards with other Seekers. When you sleep at an inn, you'll usually be given the opportunity to customize your Seeker deck using the cards you found or by trading cards to other Seekers. We're not sleeping at the inn yet, but the market, when you buy stuff from the market, it gives you the opportunity to switch stuff in and out. So there's that. We'll put those in there. We're going to shuffle that anyways if we start a quest. And I'm putting the Heavy Staff into Fenn's deck, and I took out Blade Storm. It's a different boost, and it is losing a green for challenges and stuff to draw. But this is a 2 draw everybody with a weak. We do gain a movement, and you can bring an enemy with you, which is a neat effect. But this weapon is just, it's another damage plus it's a stun, and I like a stun to just completely block an enemy's attack. And these are not Fenn specific cards either. So those could probably be swapped into somebody else's deck if I wanted to, into a blue or green. Well, the boost card, so that's interesting. It has to take a blue slot because of the action, I guess, and then the boost that comes with it. The boost just comes with it. Okay, so now we have to stay at the inn for our last action. So we go to V1. Stepping into the inn, you've met with the smell of fresh baked bread and can hear the gentle squeak of the water wheel turning out back. Dara, the mayor of Vinna and owner of the inn, appears, wiping her hands on a towel. Looking for a hot meal and a room for the night? Your room and board are free here as long as you're in town. If you stay the night, see sleeping at inns in the town exploration rulebook. Your city action is over. Otherwise, return to the map and choose again. So, when you visit an inn, you typically be offered the option to sleep. Sleeping at an inn allows you and your companions to remove all lingering status cards, which is exhausted cards, from your secret deck, returning them to the correct discard piles, and then we could customize decks. But I think we're good with decks. We had to do this as our last action, and I guess this just goes back into the Vinna deck because we can still continue to go there. And now we pick a quest because we've done our 3 actions. I think I want to do this one that the dwarf dude gave us. I'm going to put our money and our trophies up here. That is a very glary spot. So I think we will embark on quest 16. So we have to open quest box 16. Ash and Bramble. The Vinna pack we can probably put away. Off to the side. Before you reach the charred remains of the alchemist's lab, you can see Hoyt Belgar, the dwarf you met back at the inn, muttering and pacing back and forth. Ah, he says when he sees you approach. I feared you wouldn't come. The dwarf bows a little awkwardly. I give you my thanks. You reassure him that you're happy to help. This lab, he says, turning to the burnt ruins, it belonged to my friend, Mika. He was a scientist, an alchemist. I'm a scholar as well, but was never as talented as Mika. It was his obsession, really. His tools, his journal, he called it his legacy. He wanted his discoveries to make a difference and to one day pass to his son. But now it's all gone. His tools, his alchemical notebook, there's no sign of them among the ashes. Someone thought his life was worth taking in order to get them. Please help me find whoever did this. Help me restore Mika's legacy for his family. Go to 16-1. Okay, so we've got an enemy. We've got some other stuff. What the heck is this? It's kind of like a little card grid, but some of the cards fell out. Okay, a cute little inclusion here. So I like it when the cards are ordered the other direction. Well, let's take everything out. These are overlays, allies, memory, 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 memory. Memory. 16, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Overlay, ally, and memories. Like this. Okay. So now we know what we're working with here. It said to go to 16-1. Hoyt nudges the charred remains of Mika's workshop with his foot. Mika worked too hard for his life's pursuit just to be sold off for some coin. Please recover anything you can. His family, they deserve answers. Hoyt gives you a description of the missing tools and notebook. Take memory 16A. Okay, maybe I should just leave these in separate piles. The day after the fire, I spoke to the guards about who had recently left through the town gate. He pulls out a rolled up parchment from his robes and hands it to you. Take memory 16B, go to 16-2. Okay, so let's look at, put this with our other prompts. Let's look at these memories. Hoyt gave a description of the items he believes were stolen from Mika's workshop: several large glass vessels, an engraved silver alembic, and Mika's alchemical notebook, a bronze tome enchanted to withstand fire. That's how he knew it wasn't in the ashes. I've already checked with the other local merchants, and they've not heard or seen anything, Hoyt added, though I doubt the thieves would attempt to sell such unique items here, so close to the crime. More than likely, they've left town to peddle them elsewhere, and if so, they would have needed a wagon to carry it all. Discard this memory at the end of quest 16. Okay, so we get to keep that memory. We've got memory 16B. According to the town guards at the gate, 3 wagons left Vinna the day after the fire. One belonged to a group of leather workers. They were wearing leather tunics and leather traveling boots and carried tools with them, including various knives. They left Vinna traveling west. One belonged to a group of elven pilgrims who had been visiting Vinna's Kinfire Shrine. They were wearing long hooded robes, wore leather boots, and carried short blades for protection. Okay. They left Vinna traveling southwest. The last wagon belonged to a group of mercenaries. They wore traveling cloaks over their armor, had armored boots, and carried war hammers and maces. They left Vinna traveling south. Discard this memory at the end of quest 16. Then we were supposed to go to 16-2. You set out to investigate Mika's death and the fire that claimed his workshop, considering where you should begin. If you search the wreckage, it's possible that some clues survived the fire. The priests at the Kinfire Shrine might also be able to shed some light on the matter, as they would have been responsible for taking care of the body. Finally, Luca's tea wagon has a clear view of the workshop. Perhaps Luca saw something that night. Choose from the options below. You may not return to a card you have already visited. To search the wreckage of the workshop, go to 16-3. You cannot return to a card you've already visited, okay? Little remains of Mika's workshop, apart from a pile of charred wood and the blackened stone foundation. A layer of ash covers everything. To search for clues, each seeker must flip 2 cards. To find a clue, okay, with 3 seekers, we need 3 blue. Roland, we don't have Roland, so we do not get that. Okay, so let's shuffle. And each seeker must flip 2 cards. If you wish to continue the investigation, each seeker gains an exhaustion, and you return to 16-2. Okay, Fen, this is where you need to shine, buddy. Let's just get everybody's deck shuffled for this adventure phase, because I was looking through their decks, and I had to order them to match the action cards and the boost cards. Well, these two anyways. Valora couldn't change her deck. Well, she couldn't add the Kinfire card that we bought because she doesn't have a Kinfire. So if we come across something where she can take a Kinfire, that might be a smart choice. It'd be interesting if you were playing with 4 different players, that first card where you got to choose Kinfire, and if all 3 of you were on one side, or if 3 people were on one side and 1 person was on the other side, that person would get left out. Okay, so each seeker must flip 2, so we got 1 blue. Uh-oh. We only ended up with 2 blue. If you wish to continue the investigation, each seeker gains 1 exhaustion and return to 16-2. We did not succeed. So everybody's going to take an exhaustion. And we will go to 16-2. So let's go to the shrine, I guess. So this is very similar. Priestess Rani, keeper of Vinna's Kinfire Shrine, bows her head in reverence. Mika's body has already been returned to the fire, but I can try to answer any questions you have. To question Rani, each seeker flips 2. So we're looking for 5 non-reds. Okay, so we got a white and a blue, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. Oh, core may flip +1. I didn't see that. I already got my successes. I was already at 4. I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. Memory 16D. So I need to read the whole card before just flipping stuff. This is another one where we can take another exhaustion. Flamekeeper Rani, the priestess at the Kinfire Shrine, who was the one who took care of Mika's body. After some coaxing, she reported seeing several deep wounds in the body. The description sounds like cuts made by a straight thrusting blade. A thrusting blade. So it's not the mercenaries, because they had warhammers and maces. Deep wounds. The leather workers just have small knives. The elven pilgrims have blades. Do I want to try to get another clue? I guess we'll take another exhaustion. And go. So the last place we can go to is 16-5. You find Luca, a very large and somewhat hulking man, wedged inside the small interior of his wagon, pouring a cup of tawny-colored tea. Orcish blend, he says, closing his eyes and inhaling the fragrant steam. You ask him about the night of the fire. He furrows his brow, eyes still closed. I did see something, he says. A group lurking near the workshop. Long cloaks, shadowed faces. He opens his eyes. I'm afraid I didn't get a good look at them. Take memory 16. C. Luca's tea wagon sits not far from where Mika's workshop once stood. He claimed he saw a group of cloaked figures lurking in the area the night of the fire. So the first group of leather workers had leather tunics. The middle group of elven pilgrims is the one who was wearing long hooded robes. And they had short blades. So it's the elven pilgrims. Interestingly enough, it sounds like. You can leave the town and pursue the culprits. We're going to go to 16-6. Return to the gate of Vinna after investigating as much as time has allowed. If you want to catch the culprits, you must leave soon. The question is which way. Review the memories you've discovered. Okay, so it was southwest is 16-8. Travel southwest and soon come across the pilgrim's wagon, lying overturned across the road and deserted. Around the wagon are frenzied footprints, some clearly made by a set of massive clawed paws. Inside, you discover the shattered remains of Mika's glass vessels, along with his silver alembic, the sides scarred with deep gashes. Discard memories 16A through 16E, and take memory 16F. Studying the tracks, you can see that the pilgrims abandoned their wagon to flee into the hills, and that some creature followed close behind. So we go to 1610. All right. Let me organize here just a little bit. 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16:8. We don't need 9, it looks like. We're going to 16:10 next, but we get to look at this memory here. You caught up with the pilgrim's wagon on the road southwest of Vinna and discovered that they were indeed the culprits who murdered the alchemist Mika and stole his research. The pilgrims themselves were nowhere to be seen, but inside the turned over wagon, you found the smashed remains of the glass vessels from Mika's workshop along with his silver alembic. Deep gashes line the sides of the alembic and massive clawed. Discard this memory at the end of quest 16, okay? 16:10. The pilgrims left clear tracks leading into the wilderness. You follow them up a sharp slope, where the green foliage of Vinna gives way to dark, gnarled trees with red trunks and purple-hued underbrush. The strange landscape must have been left by a starless night. Just ahead, in the crook of a tree, you see what must be the body of one of the pilgrims, crushed by the thick red vines coiled around him. Judging by the tracks, at least one other pilgrim continued on. The passage ahead through the trees and the thick underbrush won't be easy. Each seeker flips 2 cards and gains 1 exhaustion for each non-red revealed. We do not have Nas. Wow, we're going to have a bunch of exhaustion cards. Each seeker flips 2. Okay. White counts as red. And, oh yes, red. Okay, come on, core. Red and green. And Valora. Oh, that's red and green. And, oh, red and green. Sweet. That could have been much worse. Much worse. 1611. The trail of boot prints leads into the underbrush, but emerging on the other side are a set of much larger tracks obscured by the mud. You follow the prints to a cave where you hear whimpering coming from the darkness inside. The red vines along the walls almost appear to be moving. Open the atlas to map 20 and put ally 16A into play. Okay, map 20. So these have trapped effects on them. So I think if you go in there, we're going to get trapped. And I'm pretty sure the enemies will avoid that. Ally 16A. Okay. Each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a... That's much smaller print on the top. Vines lash out at you from the walls and pull you closer. Each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. Then each seeker suffers 1 damage for each trap card in their hand. Okay. So this is in play. What does that mean? If you have memory 16F, we do. You enter the cave to find a huge bear-like creature looming over a pilgrim. Gain 2 fate tokens. Oh, I gotta punch out our tokens. This is Kinfire and coins that I'm going to put into our unused token bag. Why do I have an extra fate token in here? Did we only get 1 last time? And this is just going to be an unused fate token that I will keep with our trophies and stuff, because we can only bring 3. We have this little focus thing and the standee just to get everything out from the cardboard. So we gain our 2 fate tokens, yes, and go to 1612. So this is a battle setup. Okay, so I need to get the acrylic standee out and set these other things up. So I will come back after I have the battle set up. Okay, here's that battle setup card. So it's basically 4 tokens on each ability, and then the darkness token is what goes on the ally. So when the darkest token comes out, the vines, each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. So we want to try to stay away from being adjacent to the traps, but that's probably not going to be possible. And then the terrain, where was it? Time track, related abilities. Oh, I think it's actually in the Getting Started book. Maybe. No? I'm pretty sure if we go into that space, we take a trap, and I think the enemy map terrain, yeah. Harmful terrain is labeled like that. Most terrain are harmful. And inflict a status. When moving, enemies avoid harmful terrain so long as they're still moving towards their target. They likewise favor helpful terrain. Enemies pay no attention to terrain that doesn't affect them when deciding how to move. Yeah, so the Ursur here, and you can get a look at his regular standee. It's pretty crazy. We can zoom in and take a look at the abilities here. The monstrous beast slashes with sharp, gleaming claws. It's just an 8 melee. Yeah, just an 8 melee. This one here attacks everybody in the space for 5. The Ursur bellows and rips at whatever it can reach. Both you and the grasping vines entangle it. Before attacking, the Ursur discards all trapped from its sheet. With a roar, the Ursur snatches up an enemy in its massive paws and flings them against the wall. Discard all statuses from the sheet. Then move the Ursur and a Seeker in its space, if there are any, to a space containing a trap icon. That Seeker gains 2 harm along with the trap, then the Ursur refocuses. It focuses on people with the most trapped. Yeah, so, and I mean, he would still get it, right? So he was going to move the Ursur and a Seeker in its space to a space containing a trap icon. So that's anywhere on the board. They move into that trapped area. Not adjacent. So yeah, this guy's big and scurry. Okay, we need to shuffle. You're only allowed to put 1 Seeker on each set of footprints, so they could not all start in the same spot. If you look at this card here, there's 2 sets of footprints in each of those 2 areas, so I split them up. Core can still protect the 1 space away. I did sleeve the exhaustion cards and added them to their decks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make sure we got an action card. We avoided the exhaustion cards. We did get only a couple action cards, and 1 is a ward. So we might be out of action cards fairly quickly, which would be fine because we could get rid of like trapped cards and stuff. Because the focus was the most trapped, I just gave it to core because everybody is not trapped at all. I should have brought the bomb. It's 5 damage. That's like 25% of his health. I'd like to get to Valora's lantern card as fast as possible. It's a ranged 7. Wonder if I should just pass and make him move to me to stay away from those trapped areas. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because he only drags somebody, then move the Ursur and a Seeker in a space, if there is any, to a space containing. So he's going to constantly keep moving back towards these 2 trapped areas. No exhaustion. We got the Earthblood Vial, which is nice. Wow, this is good. We got this whip too. This is actually a really good hand for core. And now Valora has to draw hers. She has a couple of that's actually surprising because core has 3 exhaustions in there. Which means if his, we got to get this fight over fast, because if his hand refills, he could take some hits, because it's 1 for every card you discard that way at the, when you refill your hand. Nice to get Valora moving to get some defense on some other people as well. And she drew an exhaustion card. She drew her bow. and some some good actions. So we got some stuff we can do with everybody. So let's get to the bag then, I guess. We can do 20 health of damage, 9. Discard all statuses from this sheet, then move the Ursa and a Seeker in its space of range to a space containing a trapped icon. There are none, so we will just move the Ursa to a trapped icon. That's a good time for that to come out. That's fortunate, fortuitous, lucky, all that jazz. 5. The Ursa bellows and rips at whatever it can reach, both you and the grasping vines entangling it. So we will move 1 towards us. It's a melee attack, so he does nothing. Before attacking, discard all trapped. He has no trapped. Well, let me... Okay. Who's going to go? Who's got wards and big attacks they can get out? We should probably get Vengeance of the Stone out. And the Earthblood Vial. We probably want Core to go, but let's just double check. We could shoot that. She's got her bow and block. She's got block for other people, so it might be fine for Core. He is going to have to move into the space. We're going to have Core go. So first, we will get his ward out that every time the enemy moves, it's going to take a damage. So that's nice. Nice little dot. Damage over time card. That is a free action, so he gets to go again. He's going to play Earthblood Vial. You and each other Seeker in your space gain an armor, which is also a free action. So he's going to take an armor. And Fen is also in his space. We'll take an armor. Her boost is on a red. She has a red damage boost. We unfortunately are almost out of cards, which means we're going to save this one for the next one, because we would have to unload all of our cards anyways. So we're going to play this. Pierce Defense's attack cannot have its damage reduced or redirected. Wait, this was an action. Should have gone in the discard pile. Our ward is still up though. We're 1 space away, so that's good. We're not getting next to the trapped spaces if the vine decides to do weird stuff. We played a blue. So we're going to do boost 1 damage here for a total of 4, so down to 16. And nothing else. We already are the focus, so we don't need to worry about that. No boosting up there. We go back to the bag. Each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. Yeah, so I do not want to move next to that. Okay, and core gets to go again. Okay, this is kind of cool. We are going to lose these boost cards, but since we're going to have to discard our hand, check this out. We've got a green ranged attack here, plus 2 damage for every armor you discard. We're going to have to discard all this armor anyways. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 8 additional damage, plus this 2. We're sitting at 10. All that armor is discarded. We are sitting at 10. We don't want to do this card boost for him because we just got rid of all the armor. We want him to get the armor back. And she has a red boost. A red boost. So I think we will be fine with the 10 points of damage. So from 16 down to 6. You weren't counting on them smarts, were you, Urser? So now we find ourselves with no action cards in our hand. We have to discard our hand. We have nothing else. So now let's see if we unfortunately get some exhaustion cards. We will get 3 armor back. We stay the focus because of that other card that was played. We got 1 exhaustion card. We did get a chit redraw, which is awesome. And only 1 action card. Only 1 action card. Okay. Four. The monstrous beast slashes with sharp gleaming claws. It's 8 damage. Sure, let's take this one. It has to move in with us. It moves, our ward is up, so it goes down to 5. We have 3 armor, so that takes the 8 down to 5. We will play this boost card here to take it down to 3. And we will play this block boost to take it down to 1 damage. So we're down to 13. It doesn't say anything about refocusing, so core is still the object of the Urser's desire. Fen gets to go. Can you do 5 damage here, Fen? Well, this is interesting. With Mystic Force, we could move it 1, which would mean it would take a damage. Let's do this first. We might as well get our ward out. When played, give a weakness to an enemy. Let's make the 8 weak. And then every time a green action is played, we can do another weakness. Oh, if we have 1 damage, I think we win. Boost another's attack. Yeah, I think we just won. This Urser was like... he didn't have anything on us. Okay, we're going to play this blue Mana Strike. it's 2 damage plus 1 damage per ward in play. I've got 2 wards in play. So that's 4. Core will play this boost. Boost another Seeker's attack by 1. That's 5. Five damage, and it has 5 health left. We got, I think, great timing in that fight with the Shard Whip, because we had 4 armor, and it was the right time where that armor was going to go away anyway. We could just discard it. Okay, well, actually, I shouldn't be so overexcited yet, because we have had a fight where something healed. So Ursa's reduced to 0, go to 16, 14. There are still a lot of cards here. Ah, yes. Should have known. The Ursa enters its second stage. Place overlays 16A and 16B on its sheet. When an enemy enters a new stage, remove all statuses from its sheet and reset its health to full. So let's remove the weak. Any leftover damage from the previous stage is ignored, and any ability tokens now on passive abilities are divided among the enemy's active abilities. Secrets to feature. Okay, so we're not done yet. We need overlay cards. 16A and B. And these are, a new picture where the Ursa is holding the the person who killed that guy's friend. So this is going to take the place of the bottom here. The Ursa swings the pilgrim like a club. To protect him, you dare not attack with your full force. So it's 6. Why is it blue? Then each seeker up to 1 space away from the Ursa gains a weak. Oh, that's what it's going to do. It's going to make us weak. Okay, so back up to 20 health again. Okay, so that was Fen. He still has an action left. We should probably move now, though. Let's move here with her. We did not become the focus with that attack, which is probably clutch. Okay. Okay, it's a heart token. So we get to choose. Should she go? What does she have? She could trap it. She could shoot at range. After attacking, place harm on up to 3 of your target's active abilities. We have Valora's bow. She's got a lot of action, so I don't have to worry too much, I don't think, yet about the exhausted card in her hand. We could let her discard it, though, if she goes. Okay, I do have this Return a Chit. Block, block. He also has exhausted. So we got a lot of block, but not a lot of damage boosting to help her right now. Trapped is not going to be the best thing to do, I don't think. We could move. We could move a couple of times. And get some more armor out, which is probably a good idea. So let's play this green Fleet Arrow, and she does have Valora's bow, so she gets a +1 to her attack. She also gets 2 movement. Now, is there a thing about moving starting armor? Do I have to move into all new spaces? I don't think so. Because I do not want to be adjacent to those trap things. Because we're going to get some armor from her special. This is also a green action card, so this ward is going to trigger. So we're going to make this top one weak. And then, so this one says each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. Okay, yeah, no. I guess we just do the 3 damage because we don't have anything to boost the damage. So from 20 to 17. We've got 2 movement points on the stack, but I'm just wondering. Yeah, let's play this boost so she can discard this exhausted card. And does he have a blue boost? No. He does not. She did her damage. She's going to go 1, 2. 2 spaces with no enemies. So we're giving Core 2 more armor. And I think that's her turn. Fen gets to go. Fen. Well, he's only got 1 action, and I don't think I'm going to... I don't think I'm going to pass. It's only 1 damage, but I get to do another damage because I get to move it. I'm surprised I have like no damage boosting. And it's not like continuing to look at my decks or my hands is going to change anything, right? I guess we'll do it. So Fen is going to move here with this card. It is only 1 damage. I'm going to choose for this to be a green card so that we can add another weakness. Let's add it here. So from 17 to 16, I think I will choose to make it red so that I can play this card boost on it and let Finn draw a card and hope it's another action. Lesson learned. That was dumb. That was dumb. Because now it's the end of the turn. We have to discard this stuff because we have no actions. We take a damage from that exhaustion card. Oh boy, lesson learned. There's another exhaustion card. Got our new heavy staff. We got some movement here. And our wards. Not a lot of boosting. Not a lot of boosting. We did have to change the focus though. That is something that I continuously forget because this card had this. And also after attacking, I can move my target 1 space, which was the whole reason that I did this, because I can move it. This ward is in place. It takes another damage from moving. So it's down to 15. And we draw. The darkness. Each seeker moves into an adjacent space with a trap icon if possible. Then each seeker suffers 1 for each trapped card in their hand. So we're going to let that happen because we are not close to trapped spaces. I am purposefully avoiding it. No one has trapped in their hand. We are good to go. 3. 3 is weak. Okay, this is going to be a bummer. Okay, so I don't want to redraw just yet. So the weakness takes it down to 7. She's going to block 1. That takes it to 6. He is going to block 1. That takes it to 5. His armor takes it to 4. So from 12 down to 8. So now he would be close to death. Oh wait, it has to move into the space to do that. It's melee. So now we might have to redraw. Okay, core. Core gets to go. Core has aftershock, so doesn't refocus though. I want it to refocus. Oh, this is my last action card. Oh, man. So then I'm losing my chit draw. I should just used it. I should have just used it. And I got all this armor here. Oh, man. Well, okay. So we're going to play this. It's red and green. We're sitting at 2 damage. I don't need movement. Oh, I should draw a card. Yeah, I will draw a card. Ooh, no, I will discard the exhaustion card. And she is out of boosts. Okay, so this is a dual colored card. It is green. It's range, so we got to move. We're going to move over to here. We'll just do our 2 damage, so down to 13. Okay, it's green, so we get to weaken something. We will weaken the 8s again. Actually, no, let's weaken, let's see, 3 and 4 have come out. Let's weaken this one. And we'll stun the top one. Each seeker up to 1 space away from the Ursa gains a weaken. We should weaken the middle one and 9, 10 and stun the bottom one. There's equal chance of these 2 both coming out. Was that everything? Oh no, I wanted to play this boost, this green boost, to allow him to discard this exhaustion card. And now, unfortunately, he is out of action cards. So he has to discard his hand. All of his armor, but then he gets to redraw back up to 3 armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is this is his last set of cards. We got 2 exhaustion cards in here. All right. That was core. We have not drawn a Valora chip yet. She got to go from a heart, though. 7. Okay, it's weak. It discards all trap from its card, but it doesn't have any. So that takes it down to 4 damage. Did he get any? No. This is bad. This is bad. So Fenn is down to 4. We need to do something to take the focus off of Fenn. Three, 4. He has no more armor. And nobody has a way to help him. So it looks like we're going to have to use a fate token, or Finn's going to die. So we're going to draw 4 from the bag. So we need core to go because Fenn well, we could do a Hail Mary here. Maybe I do want Fenn to go. I think I do want Fenn to go. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this ward out. That gives him an armor, and every time a red card is played, they get another armor. That's a free action. Then we're going to play this ward, replacing our green ward. Wait, first he gets an armor. Wait, is this gonna... No, it's not going to change his hand. He gets an armor. And every time a blue card is played, so we're replacing our green ward with the blue ward, he gets a health. So he goes up to 5. Then we are going to play our heavy staff for 3 and a stun. So we're going to stun the 8. We would only take 4 damage if we draw this middle one. Okay, so 3 damage down to 10. already did the stun. Do I have a blue movement boost? I have a green. No, I don't. So here's the bummer of a question. I'm going to risk it because Finn needs to try to run away. But it had to be his turn again. No. I think we're okay. I don't think we need to spend a fate token. We've got 2 stunned things here. The middle one doesn't kill us. We just need somebody else to be able to go and not the boss, or not the Urser. No. Okay, so it's stunned. Now we have to draw, or now we have to use another fate token. And that's why I should have moved Finn. Yeah, I should have moved Finn, and I am going to move Finn. I'm going to take that one thing back. It doesn't change anything about this attack. That's still stunned. Everybody's still going to get a weak card because everybody's 1 space away. It's just for a future protection. Okay, now I do need to spend another fate token to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it looks like it's going to be core. Where are Valoris chips? What do I have? You may instead play this action as a 2-block boost card. I forget about that. Let's see. Does he need health? He's at 13 health. If I play a red one... Yeah, we're going to do this. Right? She has no boosts. Oh man, I don't want to go down by the trapped things in case a vine comes out. But yeah, let's just do some damage here. I don't have any free actions. I do have riposte that I could have used to maybe block some more damage, but it didn't really come up, so. Defending Blade, our new card. We got to move into his space. It's 3 damage, but we have a weakness. Well, any weakness cards are in your hand. Your attacks deal 1 less per weakness if you're not gaining, yeah. So it's only 2 damage. Right? It is... As after attack, so let's do the damage first. It's 2 damage. That takes the monster down to 8. And then our red ward, we get an armor. We are the focus because of this. We get another armor because of the ability on the card. It says after attacking, gain an armor. So we're sitting nice with armor here. I think we're good. He refilled his hand. He should have his lantern. Did he refill also? Yes, he refilled also. He should have his lantern. I could have been able to do that. When I chose for Finn to go. Because it's a free action. Yeah, that was a mistake because I drew up. I should have had my lantern. She hasn't redrawn up. When I did the first fate token, Fen had this available, and I'm going to use it. It's a free action for 4 damage. The focus still would have switched. So that was before we got the weakness, so that's 4 health. I'm trying to play too fast again, I think. I would have gotten, no, this came out during that turn. I'm not going to do it, but I think I would have gotten a health from this also, but I'm just not going to do it for not keeping track of stuff. 2 is stunned, so nothing happens. Where are Valora's cards, man? Or chips, I mean. Okay, this is going to reset the bag. But who do I want to have go is the question. Does he even have action cards left? He does. The monster only has 4 health left. Does someone have a 4 health attack? I don't think I do. She can do 3, but no one can boost it. I mean, I could risk it and make her the focus and move. She would do 2 that way. And after attacking, place harm on up to 3 of your target's active abilities. I don't even think I would need to move, right? With Valora's bow, it's going to do an additional damage. Or this is a 2 attack. This is a 0 attack. This is a 2 attack, and I get a health back. Oh, she has weakness, so it only does 1 damage. And then all this stuff has to go back in the bag. His attack is... Oh, this would take it down to 1. But then he would be the focus. Stupid weakness. The stupid weakness. I do not want him to be the focus. So we're going to do this. Valora's going to be the one to go. She's going to play this. This is blue, but she doesn't need the health from the ward. It's only 1 damage, but she has Valora's bow in her hand, so it becomes 2 damage, which translates into 1 because of this weakness card. She gets to place a hurt on up to 3 active abilities. It is a blue-green card, so Finn is going to play this. Oh, he doesn't need to do that. Well, we might as well to get some armor, right? Finn will play this extra movement on her, and she will go 1, 2. Just hope she doesn't get trapped. She becomes the focus. She moved into 2 spaces with no enemies. She gets to pass out some armor cards. Two armor cards. And I think that's it. Now I want this guy to activate. I want him to activate and chase her. But it's Core's turn. Maybe Core will just finish it. The reason I wanted him to activate is because he would suffer 2 damage from the hurt, and then he would move to go towards her, and then he would die. Core is no longer weak. But he can't do 3 damage, which is amazing. I guess we'll just do this guarded strike. He's not weak, so that's 2. He's going to gain an armor. It's blue, so he gets a health from the ward. Oh, before attacking, move all adjacent enemies into your space. Oh, nope. So we're going to take this back. Sorry, I'm going to use his lantern instead. We're going to move to here is fine. And we're going to play our lantern. Before attacking, move all adjacent enemies into your space. So we're going to move the Ursa in. Our red ward is up. So he takes a damage from moving. We also gain an armor from this red ward. But this has 2 inherent damage on it. He's only got 2 health left. Okay, hopefully there's no stage 3. Okay, hold on. We have to take all that back. Go to 3 health. Flip this back over. Move these 2 people like this. We have to reset the bag. Core isn't the person who gets to go. I forgot about the time track. It's probably still over because if the guy activates, but we've got to do it right. Armor goes back over here. Took the health back. I don't know why that's there. Whatever. Okay, he activates. Hurt when this ability triggers. Take 2 damage. Boom, boom. She is his focus, so he's going to move towards her. And that movement with the ward up takes away his health. So we still won, just in a different way, but I had to do it correctly. I forgot to put all the tokens back in the bag when the time track got full. Now let's see if there's a third phase. If the Ursa is reduced, go to 16-16. Okay. It doesn't say a third phase. You pull the pilgrim out of the cave and away from the fallen Ursa. He slumps on a rock, relieved until he sees your faces. You ask him about the workshop fire. He stammers for a moment and then confesses. It was our duty, he explains. That alchemist. He was attempting to manipulate Kinfire. For anyone outside the temple to do such a thing, it's heresy. You ask the pilgrim to hand over Mika's belongings. The elf pats his pockets for a while and then shakes his head. You take a step forward, staring him down. The elf cowers and in one quick movement pulls out Mika's notebook. Go to 16-17. You escort the pilgrim back to Vinna and hand him over to the authorities. Hoyt shakes each of your hands vigorously. You must have put the fear of night into him, he says. Were you able to recover any of Mika's belongings? If you have memory 16F, discard it and open a copper treasure pack. You hesitate before handing over the notebook, thinking back to what the elf had said about heresy. Okay, so let's do this Actually, let me throw in a cut and clean up the battle real quick so we have some space, because we're going to do this copper treasure pack thing. Be right back. Okay, so I'm assuming these are the copper treasure packs, because this one looks more goldish. And then I don't know if this is silver or platinum or whatever. So that's in our loot box. We just take one of these at random. We're going to let the ultimate fates decide. One, so this one. We'll see if that die is fired or not from any future random rolls. Okay, let's put the rest of these. Just put it off to the side here for now. This is interesting. Are you going to be a friendly sticker? Yes, you are. All right. We got four cards. One that costs a Kinfire. One that's an instant. Okay, so let's see what we got. Another shot to the knee. I think we have one of these somewhere. In her deck, maybe? We do. So it's just another copy of that. If we want to have that, it's not restricted to her and it's not restricted by Kinfire or anything. So that could go in someone's deck. Blinding Flash is a melee green. After attacking, place stun on up to 3. Oh. Oh. It's only 1 damage, but I like the crowd control there. So this is a Kinfire card. Shielded Blow. After attacking, gain an armor, and it's a blue. This could just be a good replacement for... We have this Guarded Strike. I don't know what... That is a Kinfire card. So he would have to have another Kinfire. What boost goes with this Guarded Strike? Because this is just a better Guarded Strike card. It's a 1 block. It's the same, so it's just a better card, but it costs it's a Kinfire limit, so he would have to take that weapon out of his deck. If we did that, Leech Charm is a ward action, stays in play, comes with a move boost. While this card's in play, each time an enemy discards a status, they suffer a wound. Very situational. So we got more cards to consider in our unused card stack. So this is an empty open loot pack. There must be some instructions somewhere on how to put this game back together to play again. Okay, so that's fun. It's like super random. You hesitate before handing over the notebook, thinking back what the elf had said about the heresy. So we could give the notebook to Hoyt, and then Core would get a Kinfire. Or we could tell Hoyt you were unable to recover the notebook. And then Fen and Valora would get a Kinfire. Maybe we shouldn't let... Wow, see, this is very, like, do I go with the thematic or do I go with wanting to spread Kinfire around? Like, is it worth it for Fen to have another Kinfire? What are his blue cards? Could he take that? This double here must be acting as a blue. Action, action, action. Oh, I think it's this Mystic Force is acting as a blue. What goes with that? So this is an interesting choice. Because white is good in the deck also for like flipping cards over. Because right now it's taking the spot of a blue. I kind of just want Core to have a second Kinfire, but I don't know if that like makes good balance sense for like the future. And like thematically, give the notebook to Hoyt. Tell Hoyt we were unable to recover the notebook. I don't know what to do here. Maybe I should spread it around. Yeah, I'll spread it around. So Fen gets a second Kinfire and she gets a Kinfire. It's also like getting the more Kinfire into the party, I guess. So maybe the party is more powerful this way. So we're supposed to go to 1619 if we choose to not give Hoyt the book. So 1619 says, you tell Hoyt that you are unable to recover Mika's notebook. The dwarf turns away at this. Those zealots, they probably destroyed it, he says. Mika, my friend, you'll have to live in our memories, if nowhere else. He thanks each of you and bows before taking his leave. Until we meet again. Take memory 16H. The quest is over. Gain 3 city actions. 16H. You recovered Mika's alchemical notebook from an elven pilgrim who was involved in Mika's murder. Within its bronze pages, the glowing text is supposed to include alchemical formula involving Kinfire. You chose to keep it in your possession rather than give it to Hoyt Belgar. Okay, so we've got 3 city actions. I think we will do the city actions at the start of the next video. And it's probably going to include staying at the inn so I can swap some cards and stuff around. So, okay, so if you saw any other mistakes or anything that I did wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed everything I'm putting up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.